Hey everyone, FM Journeyman here, and welcome back to A Dolphin's Tale. This is episode 6, and today we have a crunch match against fellow relegation candidates at Weston-super-Mare. Hey everyone, once again, welcome to A Dolphin's Tale. This is episode 6. Now, as I mentioned in the introduction, we have a very important game today, and that's against Weston-super-Mare. As you can see from the table here, we are currently in a relegation zone. We cannot get ourselves clear of this relegation dogfight, and we're up against Weston-super-Mare today, who are only 3 points ahead of us with a -8 goal difference. We are -13. Obviously, that's disappointing news. As you expect, the fixtures have not gone as well as I would have hoped since the last episode. Since the last game where we crushed Margate 5-1, we drew 2-2 against Gosport first and foremost. As you can see, we actually went 2-1 up, and Ben White scored the equaliser for them in the 66th minute after goals from Unlove and Connolly. Next up was a 2-3 defeat against St Albans. Very disappointing because we went 3-0 down within the first 15 minutes of the game, and from then it was an uphill struggle. Goals from Cooper and Connolly making the game a little bit more respectable. Then we lost 2-0 to Maidenhead. Disappointing again. We actually played pretty well. Jordan Cox getting 2 goals, Slocum getting sent off in the 83rd minute. And then most recently a 3-4 defeat against Ebbsfleet. Now this is a very, very, very frustrating game because I felt like we deserved something out of it. As you can see, possession and stats going in our favour. Goals from Cooper, Jamal Lowe, who I'll talk about in just a second, and Uchi Ibamira. Obviously, we're cancelled out by a hat-trick from Ilias Chair and Alfred Eluyu, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Doesn't really matter. A very disappointing 4-3 defeat. Now, we did sign a player, Jamal Lowe, on loan from Portsmouth. Very talented striker. Can also play out wide if necessary. Pace to burn, thought he might help us out towards the end of the season, maybe get some crucial goals to keep us up in the league. So we go into today's game. It's going to be a very tough fixture, as I mentioned, against Weston-super-Mare. We are playing at home, so I'm going to stick with the 4-3-3 formation, and I've gone to an attacking style. This is how we line up. Rachoni in goal. Williams at right back, Chris and Sakuna at the back with Will Spetch, who fills in for the suspended Martin Slocum. Then we have Wakefield, Moore, Cooper in midfield with Jamal Lowe as a deep lying forward with Unlove as a poacher, and then Reece Connolly just the other side of him. So that's how you line up today's game. I would expect we are favourites, and I really want to get a win today. I think we can do this. I've decided also to switch to a one game per episode, just because I thought the episodes and parts were just too long. The last episode went to 20 minutes, and that's just too long for a Football Manager upload, in my opinion. So I'm going to try and get it down to about like 10 minutes if possible. But anyway, this is the team we're going up against today. Dale Grubb is a player I'm very familiar with. Talented right winger, can cause havoc. Up top they have Jake Reed, who only scored 4 goals this season, so he's not the most prolific striker. That could be good for us. They have Kimiel on the left, talented player, looks like a French winger. Pretty good, 3 goals, 7 assists this season, so a pretty decent return for him. But I feel like it's a game we can win. So let's go ahead and get this team talk over and done with. Let's see if we get the lads a little bit more of a good, positive morale. And let's kick off today's game. Okay, we're about 30 minutes in. Nothing's happened so far. No highlights to speak of. And we're actually approaching halftime here without a single highlight in the first half. Game is very, very tight. I imagine the lads are pretty stressed and pretty tight out there. But nevertheless, it is still 0-0. Obviously, I'm hoping we get a win today. I think we should get a win at home. These are games we have to win if we want to stay in this division. And obviously, if we want to keep my job and this save going. I'm tempted to make a change. Rich Gillespie is fit and available again. I'm tempted to bring him on in place of Lee Unlove. Unlove is a bit more of a natural striker. So you know what? A poacher. So I'm going to keep him on just a little bit longer and see if anything changes in the second half. Alright, Cooper gets the ball away in midfield there. Dale Grubb brings it forward to Humphreys. Humphreys to Reed. He's through on goal. That was a good opportunity. Weston-super-Mare. They're actually starting to come in the game a little bit, having a few shots on goal. So I'm going to change to a control style, and I'm also going to make that change. I thought about doing it at halftime, but maybe after this highlight, Spetch plays it down to Sakuna. Back to Evandro. Evandro, who's not got the best distribution, gives the ball away to Mayers. Kemiel goes at Williams. Good tackle from Williams, though. Chris plays it long, looking for Unlove. Can't find him, only as far as Barker. Barker gets through to Ash. Ash shoots and good save from Ranconi. That was another good clicker opportunity for Weston-super-Mare. So let's make that change I mentioned. Gillespie's going to come on for Unlove to play as a poacher. And I'm actually switching it around. I'm going to put Jamal Lowe as a poacher. I'm going to play him on the last line, last man on defense, just because he's obviously got the pace to try and get beyond the defenders. So I'm hoping he will do so today. I'm also going to make a change in midfield. Corby Moore has been a little disappointing. I'm going to bring on James Granger and move Wakefield to the deep line playmaker role. So I'm hoping those changes will spark a little bit of momentum for us, because right now we started the second half very slowly. Rob whips this in. Cooper with a clearance, only fouls Gillespie. And Gillespie gives the ball away in a very poor position, but a good tackle from Josh Wakefield, and the highlight is over. Alright, 2 minutes added on time. Looks like it's going to be a 0-0 draw, which wouldn't be a terrible result. We've conceded too many goals lately, so it's nice to keep a clean sheet. This is probably our first clean sheet in a long, long time, so I'm happy with that. But obviously, this is a game that I feel like we should win today. But again, we've been up against it. You know, they've like 2 clear-cut chances. We haven't had really a single chance all game long. So to come away with a draw, I should be pretty happy with that. But here's maybe a late chance. Nope, full-time whistle has been blown. It is a 0-0 draw. Obviously, unfortunate not to get the a win today, because it's a win we really, really need. But a draw is a pretty good result. You know, at least it's not a defeat, because a defeat would have been devastating to us. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode. Obviously, it's a little shorter than usual, but as I mentioned, by doing 2 games, I found out the episodes were going 20 minutes long rather than the kind of 10 to 15 range, which I'm looking to do. So if you don't like the 1-game system, let me know. I'll see if I can change it to, or I can maybe edit a few more things out in future episodes and go back to a 2-game system. But for right now, we're going to do 1 kind of game per episode. So the next game is going to be up against Hampton and Richmond, and that's going to be at home. They're doing pretty well, 7th place in the table, and hopefully I'll still have a job by then. If anything else develops, I'll bring back the another episode sooner than that. But as at the moment in time, we'll go up against Hampton and Richmond on March 18th. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, remember to hit like if you are enjoying this series. Remember to subscribe for more videos for future episodes of future series. Let me know if you want to have any ideas what the next series might want to be. If you guys want to see me do a particular save or maybe manage a particular team, just let me know and I'll definitely take that into consideration. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.